My last real job, like last job I got a paycheck from was a college professor in New York City at the Digital New York Film Academy. And I taught like 20 programming languages in different classes. I have all the courses here, and I found them all recently, which is great. Like I was looking at my Google Drive, and I was like, I have recordings of my lectures. I have my code. I have my lesson plans. My art is digital. I actually joined a art community in Brooklyn to prove that to myself and to other people that technology was art as well. And by the end they agreed. Because I was making AI that talked back, and was doing gallery shows where we would put people in a room, and I would have like a bunch of mannequins, like 5 mannequins with different personalities, different AI personalities, and we put people in the room for 5 or 10 minutes, and as soon as you say a single word, they all start cascading, go off of each other. So you have this really like intense conversation with 5 different people. Like one had a Jamaican accent, like it was like different. Some were men, some were women.
Have you heard of the technological singularity?
The technological singularity is the hypothesis that the invention of artificial superintelligence will abruptly trigger runaway technological growth, resulting in unfathomable changes to human civilization.
Mufflers.
Can you tell, please, what is a slab and why is it called Slab City?
This slab right here, like I said, this is one of the dining halls. And you can tell that by this long stretch right here, this is where the dining room was. This is where the officers sat down and ate. That was probably a storage thing, because you could tell there was walls that went there. You could tell where all the walls went. I bet any money that high-rise section right there, that was where they went and got their food.
It was a mess hall for, the soldiers' food place, We call it the mess in the military. I don't know why they call it the mess, but that's what it is, right? There are 4 slabs just like this one around here. I mean, exactly the same pattern. The military, this was just a temporary base during World War II while they were training the guys to go to war, And then after the war, they closed this base down.
I think the first year I was out here, all these fields, this was like a field, and there was so much green on it. Like the plants that we see right here were like filled, like it looked like a blanket of green, and there was these, I don't know what kind of butterfly they were, but they were migrating, and you'd walk through and they'd just like lift up and they'd flutter, and like, like a blanket moved. Right here, I'm gonna put in a grove or an orchard with apple trees and, citrus, a full variety, pomegranate and a lot of different things. My sister's husband bought me 14 trees, fruit trees, so I'm gonna be putting those in. I built a staircase 4 years ago now that goes down or up to the top of the tank wall, and then I did a ladder on the inside that goes down into the tank, and it's if you're afraid of heights, it might be a little challenging, but it's all fun. All fun for me. So I built this staircase in 7 days just to get in the tank. I want to make it into an aquaponics where I have vertical aquaponics coming down the walls, and then I want to have grow beds in here, and I want to have a trough all the way around the 471-foot circumference. Yeah, this is going to be a big project. I'd like to go enough to provide for the community, for the most part, for fruits and vegetables, and maybe even have livestock as far as chickens. I always wanted peacocks for guard dogs. These would be coming down the wall right here. Like that, and come back and drop down into the The trough, the fish trough would be like maybe 3 feet out from the wall, about 3 feet high. And just put a little parapet wall right here.
But check this back out. I just use what I got here. Usually I reupholster the seat, but I'm kind of looking for something white. Not drugs. I'm kidding. Well, I will say that I got something to do every day. And it's a good thing that I stay busy because I've been through some crap in my life and I'm a processor and, I don't hold myself to my past, but if you say you don't think about it at all, believe me, I've done some pretty things, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you can help me out, because I'm telling you, man, it's a weird bike. Put those forks up and I'll show you. Just go the other way, just like that. My last wife, I shot my brother-in-law. I got sent to prison for it, and I just thank God today I didn't kill him, so. But yeah, just messed up. And then when I was there, she divorced me and all that. I mean, I can talk about it now, but it was a very difficult time. I remember that time, and being in prison on top of that, I couldn't even talk, man. I go to open my mouth, I might cry. It was just, I don't think I was broken as a man, but I did damn near. I mean, it was a rough stretch, man. Yeah.
I remember those days.
Shit. That was only 5 years ago or so for me.
5 years?
Yeah, about 5 years. Minus the 7 months. The 7 months that I left it for prison for 7 months. I'd rather talk about the future and like what I'm doing now, than all the problems that got me here. But I mean, you do have to bring it up, I suppose, just so you know the whole story.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal though, I guess. It seemed like a lot when I was going through it though, And I've seen a lot of other people too, so I got compassion for people because I've been there on a lot of the homeless things and stuff like that now. So I know what it's like to get down to the bottom and try and come back up. And I'm doing it. Doing it slowly.
And how long you been here?
It's about 5 years. They picked me up about 6 months in after I'd been here. They picked me up riding my BMX bicycle down the side of the road. I was about 30 feet off the road. They stopped me for no light on my bike after sunset. And I had a warrant from San Diego, a felony warrant for some stuff. And that's what I came out here to try and get away from them, because they were looking for things. They were creating problems where there was no problems, so that they could profit off of it. Okay, Jim, are you about ready to start putting the sheet up?
Half the people are here because they have nowhere else to go, or they can't function in society. And the other half are here because they love the place and there's nowhere else they'd rather be than here. But I'm one of those people, so I could leave, and I did for a little while. I always remember that. That's why I'm patient and tolerant with people, because if I'm not serving, I'm taking a spot. Someone can live here who can't live anywhere else. And so if I'm going to live here by my own choice, when I have the option to go to Los Angeles and do fine, then I need to serve to earn my spot here. Several hundred people have passed through here, either on their way somewhere else or provide safe space to abused women, to elderly people, to mentally ill people, to addicts, to children. If I have an extra trailer, I always make rooms out of it so that when people come need a place to stay, they have one.
I was married to an Intel executive for all this 25 years with that extensive bank account and no love. I played the game. I did the whole corporate thing. My cousin asked me one time, what was it like living in the white man's world? And I went, I said, it was boring. We call them culture vultures. You know, that white man mentality of they're just spectators, they're not participants in life. But they pay for adventures, call it a living.
Right.
Get to live it every day. I was a born-again Christian conservative housewife, corporate executive. I gave him 6 kids, well, 5 kids. The baby came afterward. And one son that loves me and talks. The rest of them swear I lost my mind.
It's no better place to be. It's a village in the sun with beautiful features, and live free, live however you want, and get along with everyone. And all the dogs.
How do the dogs get along with the goat?
He thinks he's one of them. He's just a horned dog.
Your name again is
Marco.
Marco.
So he's my polo.
Marco and Polo. Marco Polo. Now I get it.
This lab is purely anarchist in the sense that there are no authorities within the city. Everyone is their own citizen, including the animals who roam free often. And there's no organization except for what comes out, except for what emerges from everyone coming together, bringing their own situation to it and creating their own home and environment and joining in.
When I first came, most of the population here was snowbirds, you know. Mom and Pop getting to retirement age, the kids have all left, so they sell the house and buy a big motorhome and start traveling. And you could stay here for free. And so those were the people that I met when I first came here. But those people all started getting old, and owning a motorhome started getting more expensive. Then the economy started going down, and all those factors together, that crowd of people died out. But now in the world today, there's a lot of people that don't have a way to build a life that you'd want, you know?
Randy Thompson. One of these days, I'm going to start remembering names.
And so we have a lot of refugees. We don't have to have immigrants for refugees because we got refugees right here. You know, you see all the blue tarp homeless people in Los Angeles and in other cities. I'm sure this is better living than living in Skid Row, Los Angeles, you know. That's got to be so hopeless.
It's heavy.
What do you think about this people coming here? What do you think about it?
I see a bunch of hungry people, you know, and this is a blessing right here for all that food we get, you know. We eat good. That's what I like. You know, it feeds a lot of us.
How often do they come, and what?
Every month. About every month. You know, they make sure that we have food out here, you know, and a lot of people are hungry. They don't have no money or anything to buy food, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all good.
Okay.
It's the love of the community that helps the people out here. That's what I love the most. Because just look at all this. It's one big happy family. That's what I like.
And even though you see people here with nothing, you know, some of them cardboard shacks, you know, but a cardboard shack is real comfy if you've just been sleeping on the dirt, you know. And you get a few odd jobs, and maybe you can find a rundown, broken down trailer to live in, you know. And you can pull your life together in that kind of way here, where if you're in the city, you can't sleep in your car in the city.
Yeah.
You know, they'll cite you, run you off.
always nice. That's right. That's right.
That's why we call this the last free place. It's not because you can live here for free. It's because you can be here and nobody's going to persecute or prosecute you about it, you know? If you just lay it down in the dirt here, people can just come and ask if you're all right. But nobody's going to cart you off to jail for it.
I'm 70, 7 decades on this earth. But so, you know, here you can do the things you want to do without having to have, you know, getting thrown in jail or have people complain. Get on now. I gotta talk mean to them sometimes, so they don't listen to me. Let's go around over here. Yeah, this is my little kitchen area. It's in transition, as in everything's really in transition all the time. But yeah, so it's all scrambled around right now. And when I get done with it, will I ever get done with it? I don't know. We're cooking with gas now. Yeah, we were out for 2 days, and I don't hardly ever run out of gas, but somehow, with inflation the way it is and things costing so much, I had to trim my beard because, like I said, inflation. Oh, inflation has gone up so high in the last 1 year. I mean, it's been going up for like 4 or 5 years now, but the last year, that's just really kicked us right in the wallet, you know, right in the money department. If you're fortunate enough to get money out here, some of us are and some of us aren't. Everything has gone up in so much in price, and especially if you have to shop right here in town, look, that's robbery in the first degree.
You get food stamps once a month. I buy cheap meals. They try to get my money to last as long as I possibly can. I mean, I got a couple more years till I retire. That's the goal here, get to retirement. And then after that, you know, got some things to do. $6. Yeah.
$6.99. Seven.
Oh, is that what it is?
$7 per gallon.
And here, look, $1.99 for a can of tuna. $1.99 for a can of tuna. Yeah, everybody. This shit's sticky. Gotta feed the cash.
Where do you get your money?
Oh, well, I worked steel for 25 years and whatnot. And then all of a sudden they gave me as, you know, mentally disturbed, kind of. But I have no lithium in my body. So therefore, you know, you go through ups and downs, highs and lows and this kind of thing. And that is, you know, considered to be a handicap of such that to where they, you know, supplement your income. But I made some good money. I was, you know, I loved the torch. Fitting, I was a welder too, but welder, I was a pretty good welder. But in the torch department and fitting, no, I was the top. Whew.
But you say you wouldn't be probably able to make it out there with the amount of money.
Oh, hell no. But you have to have 2 or 3 people, you know, conglomerating together to have enough money to pay the rent, to pay the electric, to pay your sewer bill, and all these things, and buy your groceries, you know. And so it had to take a combination of people. We're here, we do it in combinations of people, and we help each other, sure, and that's a good thing.
Over a year ago, we started what we call the Slab City Soup Kitchen, because every poor community in America, and probably almost the world nowadays, had some kind of free feeding, but we didn't, like steady. So starting a little over a year ago on a Christmas morning, we started feeding on Sundays. And we've been feeding every Sunday for a year. And as you can see, we're starting in a little thing here. And it's just trying to help our neighbors out, you know what I mean? And it's a place to congregate and a place to eat and chill. This is all done by one man named Lorenzo. He's our cook. I kind of put it together, and between the two, me and him and a couple other homies, we're fucking putting it out here on the streets, you know what I mean? And trying to change some things out here on the streets, you know what I mean? Slab City's a hard place. You know, a free meal and a bag of food is a nice thing every week. We're not at the bag of food yet, but we're trying to get bags of food too. But we do, every Sunday we feed. Before I came to Slabs, I was on the streets. I've been in Slabs for 15 years. I've been in prison. I've sold drugs. I've done a lot of things. And for once, I wanted to do something nice for somebody. So we decided to feed. And I mean, I cleaned up, stopped doing drugs, and opened up a soup kitchen in my town. Yeah. Time to start giving back instead of always taking. You know what I mean? Everybody grows up. Everybody grows up. I was just a late starter or a late learner. You know, call me slow. You know what I'm saying? Because like it took 40 years or 20 years, however long. It took me a long time to figure this shit out. But this is what makes me happy now. When everybody comes, gets a plate of food and they're smiling.
Snapshots. Oh, Slab City. They're making a documentary. Each one thinks he's the first to see. Pass me that beer. It's a party. Wow. I think opening day was New Year's Eve in '02.
Welcome to the rain.
I don't make money doing this, you know. If anything, I spend my money doing this. The reason I've kept at it for 20 years is it's the only thing I ever did that made a difference in the world, you know. If this wasn't here, the people in the town would be quite a bit different, I think. And you know, you look around, our existence can look rather bleak. But this is a thing where the humanity and the beauty of life comes out. The feeling of the art, the feeling of people feeling like they're an artist as opposed to a vandal, you know. It affects the collective self-image of everybody here to be part of this, you know, even the ones that don't play.
The Negro?
Yeah, really bad actually. So my friend screwed this piece of metal on, and I epoxied it.
You say that you learned to play guitar here?
Yeah, I learned like maybe 3 years ago now, maybe a little less than that.
And was it inspiring? The range and
yeah. I sat there for a year and a half or 2 years because I love live music, you know. So I would sit in the front and I watched them, and I loved it. I did that in New York a lot, watch music, and I was like, I can't do that. Just like most people in the audience, you look in there and you're like, I can never do that, right? I can't. I'm gonna learn how to play guitar in my 40s. I never played. I didn't know a single chord, you know. I'm going to learn how to sing too, which the most singing I ever did was like a dozen karaoke's, half of them good, half of them bad, you know. And then we learn how to write songs too, and I'm going to do them all at the same time. And I'm going to stand up there next to my heroes, you know, next to Builder Bill and all these amazing, talented people out here. You know, they're also my family, all those people, so they all lend me their instruments, and I was like, teach me another chord, can you teach me this? And yeah, now I know like 40, 50 songs now, and I wrote several songs, and it turns out I can do that. Most don't know what it means, don't know what it means, and I say,
That's what brought me here, was the public art, or kept me here. I got here ignorant. I didn't know nothing about Slab City. But it was the public art, and some of the murals out here blew my mind.
And that was something what inspired you to stay?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of places in America where you can do this and not be criminalized. Right?
And here you can do any kind of art.
And it's not criminal. It's appreciated, and in some phases it becomes famous.
So this is my original taxidermy dinner party that I did. I think it was 3 years ago when I set this up originally in there. So we've got Young Buck, Uncle Buck, and Grandma Buck. And Young Buck is here bragging about this guy. He's like, oh my gosh, humans are so stupid. I was just hiding behind a tree and just blasted him right in his face while he was filling up his car with gas. This guy over here is like, we could ethically resource humans from, prostitution rings, drug rings, the homeless. There's so many places we can get people besides this. And Grandma Buck's like, please just feed me. I'm starving. I will stay here as long as I'm happy here. And right now, I mean, it's like a dream come true to be living here and having the amount of people that come through every day that I get to share this with. And some people are like mortified, some people are excited, some people are like, oh my gosh, I love your brain. And it's like, I didn't really get that kind of attention and feedback when I've been doing my artwork in my life. Like even like the first post I did of like a baby doll, I put horns on the back to make it look like wings or something. I posted it on like some obscure, like not Instagram, but like Google Plus or something. And I remember all it took was one person to be like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, delete. It's a big one. It's a big bone. Yeah.
There's a whole fish in it.
Yeah, that's the plague of Christianity. And it's not against Christians, it's just the Christianity crusades and whatnot. The propagation of one religion type of thing. And then the plague, I don't know, it's kind of open to interpretation, just with the name alone. I'm not an atheist. Living here in the desert, you find spirituality all over the place. You get really connected to a lot of things here.
Now, living out here, I see some shit in the sky too, okay? I couldn't get the picture of it because I didn't pull my phone out fast enough. The time I got my phone out to take a picture of this thing I saw in the sky, that's what really tripped me out. This is one of the ships I saw in the sky. And that's what it looked like. Here, grab these, bro.
Sorry.
Here, grab those. This right here, I saw this in the sky. There's a UFO, unidentified flying ship. That's what it looked like. This one was coming from the opposite way, and it was like a big fluorescent green container floating in the sky. And it went towards that mountain right over there, the one that has that door on top of it.
Yeah, you can't see the door. You can only see the door when the door's open.
Yeah, these are one of the phenomenons that I've seen out here. Because I had a couple of friends that are witnesses that I talked to them about. They said they saw the same thing that I saw. So I knew I wasn't seeing things, you know what I mean? And that's what makes it real when other people see the same thing that I saw.
Remember, you're all champions here. You're all special. God loves you very much. He's never forgotten you. He's right there even in the midst of your mess. He's right there waiting to pull you out.
You know, and I lived here since I was 5 years old.
So, Charlie?
5 years old, man. I grew up here. And you know what? I learned a lot here. But I had to learn to love, too, people, you know? Because I beat up a lot.
Little girl. Hi, little girl.
But you know what? They forgive me today because I asked them to forgive me. And they have. I apologize to what happens and everything, you know? That's being real about myself and being real with God, too. Because you have to be real with Him first, you know? You have to.
A little over 32 years ago, I found myself in a really, really dark place in my life. No home, nothing. I was just my wife and I. She's with the Lord now, but we just had nothing. And someone reached out to us. Someone offered us help. And we just want to give back to these beautiful people out here. I'm telling you, it's such a blessing. We come out once a month in order just to, speak to them about the Lord, pray for them, offer them clothes. We do raffles that make it exciting. We bring books for the children, and that's what we're doing out here.
Religious people, see, they got all that thing tangled up in there about their own ways and interpretation of the word. But if you break it down and you just take the word as it is the word, and strictly that and nothing else, that's how you make it work, see, because it says things in there that people of the religious sect don't understand and never even heard of. Like, all things for our enjoyment, they don't understand that. And but there's, rules and regulations, kind of. It's just guidelines of how to do that right and do it wrong, because there's right way and wrong way of doing stuff.
So, but you try to live by the word?
Oh, yeah, I try my utmost to live by the word. And people sometimes will say, oh, but yeah, what you're doing here, what you're doing there. Well, what they need to do is not worry about it. That's between me and the Creator.
You know, to be honest, I'm a drug addict, and I have been for 25 years. I quit shooting dope probably about 10 months ago because of the I work every day, and Tony's my witness. I work every day, you know, and if your bike's broke and you're a true slabber, it don't cost you nothing. You just bring it to me, I'll fix it. All the kids around here, if they need a bike, they come over. Hopefully they don't pick out a real expensive one, but if they say, I like that bike, I give it to them.
So I get bags of clothes, you know, I mean, not all the time, but regularly enough. And when they come in, I try to go through them right away. I try not to leave anything in the bags. And then I pull the t-shirts out, I pull dresses and hang them up. Nice clothes, I don't like to see them left in the bags.
People know you already and they donate clothes and you can spread it in the community.
Exactly. People typically wear their clothes until they flipping fall apart around here.
I got ties. I got ties for days. I feel like when I'm not wearing a tie now, I feel like I'm naked, you know? Like I'm like, damn it, where's my tie at? Man, even people when they see, they're like, aren't you the guy with the tie? Well, I said, yep, I got a tie on right now. Look at this one, look, watch. Wait, yeah, this one right. Look, Donald Trump. Look, the crest. Watch, here we go. Look, sit right here, bro. This is the best view in the slabs. I don't know, sometimes this is like a dream to me almost. You know? Like, this is what my yard would look like if I had a yard, you know? All these rocks and all these tires and tree stumps, all these rocks, I brought all this up here by myself without a car. I'm doing it by myself, so man, that's a lot of work. Shit, this shit's heavy as you know. So I'm gonna put it in the ground, and then once I get it in the ground, I'm gonna put a fence around it, and then it's gonna be the toy tree. It's gonna have toys all around it. So this is how I make it all smooth, like. So I carve it out with the shovel, and then let's go to this one over here because this one has less rocks. But so I take out all the rocks so it doesn't mess up the tools. But I just go like this, look. I flatten it out and make it look like that on my whole yard. It takes like maybe 2 days to get it all done.
How often do you do it?
I do it once a week. Yeah, it's a lot of work, for sure. Like, I'm making it look nice for everyone to see, you know? Remember I was telling you about those first impressions, part of the reason why I wear a tie? You know, like, so I look nice, so when people first see me, well, that's how I want my yard to look too. People come here for the art, to look at the art. I think that my place is one of the newest places with the newest art, you know what I mean? Like, for other people to come see, you know?
Been a while. But this is all, I have a little catwalk here to go backstage. And we're gonna do lighting and stuff. Yeah, we had it for, I think it was about 8 months it was rolling.
So kitchen?
Yeah. Yep. And it was, we had several couches there and a bar that I built. And there was a stage there. We didn't really have to use it that much for a stage. Oh, really? Yeah.
No one makes any money out here. We really do try to share with each other as much as possible. I think most of us are pretty well convinced the economy's going in the toilet.
You think so?
Probably, isn't it? It's built to fluctuate, but at the same time, it makes it extremely volatile. And it makes it so it's like a bunch of plates spinning, and all it's gonna take is that one freaking plate that damn it, and they're all gonna go down. So when it happens, I don't know, but we do look an awful lot like a country that is losing its balance on its economy. Yeah, I worked with large corporations with their data analysis needs, which was really just forecasting information, mostly.
But corporations.
Not a lot to say. Yeah, I signed non-disclosures often with most of the companies that I worked with, and I've just always kept it that way.
Since I've been here in the slabs, everyone's got to have a hustle, you know. My hustle is I'm a range runner, and a range runner is someone that runs the bombing range. And when you get deeper into it, is that anything could fall out of the sky any minute. A bomb, a missile, from a jet, or from anything. Obviously, that's where all the brass is, we're in the impact area. And do I go to the impact area? Yeah, I go there quite a bit. You know, like, am I scared? Sometimes I'm scared. Well, if you're scared, why do you keep going back? I keep going back because that's what I know how to do, you know?
So do you collect the shells?
Yeah, I collect the shells.
Brass shells?
The brass shells. I don't touch nothing that's not the brass shells. Like, a good rule of thumb is, if you don't know what it is, don't touch it. I know guys that got blown up out there. 50 cal. Look. These are all blanks. This is the head from this. So when it goes boom, this goes flying, this will go through a tank. Blue is, it's a blue tracer. It means that, so when they're shooting, it's like 1,000 bullets a minute, right? So you can see it in the nighttime, the bullet. So every fifth one is a tracer. And what a tracer means is you can see which way the bullet's flying in the dark time. It's to train the military to see which way they're shooting.
If you make a home, then you're more likely to become more a part of the community and be a part of it and not like a leech on it. You'll provide something, you know, even if it's just support, right? A lot of people need a lot of emotional support. People need friends. People need people to care about them. And some people, that's their only job out here, is just to be a caring individual. And then you have other people like me that have a lot more means, if you will. And so I can easily talk to people. Some of the people here can't talk to people. They're shy, or they have whatever ailments they have that make it difficult for them to be able to talk to every person who comes into town. So because I can talk to all those people that come into town, I can let them know the stuff that we want, the stuff that we like, the stuff that we need, and then those things come here via people. And they don't always come here. Sometimes it goes to the Oasis or the Soup Kitchen or the Range, but us all letting people know that everybody here does something, and then the ones that can talk to people and share the message.
Oh, hello, Fanny. Hello, Laura. How are you? This is a fresh batch for you ladies. Nice hat.
Oh, yes, makeup.
Oh, you do? Oh, perfect. You?
I'm good. No coffee. No coffee for me.
Would you like some tea?
No, thank you.
No tea. Okay. Yes, right on. Some ladies from overseas, Europe. No, Fanny and Laura.
Well, are there actually many people visiting from outside of the U.S.?
The U.S.?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Across the world. Everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere, really.
People come here just as tourists?
Yeah, there's tourists here, and a lot of the times the tourists don't even make it up past Salvation Mountain, so they don't even get to see the range, the Oasis. If you get up above the hill, you get to explore what's out here, and I know there's a bad rap and all that for what does happen and go on here, but I guess if you don't dabble in that lifestyle or whatnot, it doesn't really exist. So I don't know, it's a hard one to explain. You just have to experience slabs, and by doing that, you have to live here, though.
Hey, look, this was a canner. That was some, probably, this can or something. Yeah, a little bit at a time, man. I'll get it cleaned up. I'll get all of it dumped into there. And believe it or not, a lot of that stuff will get, even though it's burned up, it'll get utilized, you know. And I want to try to find somebody, clean all the stuff out and have this car painted. You know, like do graffiti on it and shit. Some people are very good at it. Yeah, this was a good-looking car. It was white, had a convertible top and everything. Then somebody ran in there one day, said it was on fire. By the time I came out the door, it was too much on fire. Plus, I didn't know if there was gas in it, and I didn't want it to blow me up, you know.
Yeah. Well, every once in a while you have a fire, So we had a fire that devastated the people who lived here.
I'm about 10 yards, 20 yards from it. It is massive.
Me and my campmate here, we woke up I woke up in the morning because my feet were hot because my bed was on fire. So that was a huge loss because I had like $20,000 to $30,000 worth of equipment in there, which I'm starting to like collect back up again. But
which kind of equipment?
I, besides like my own work, like robotics and programming and art, digital art and stuff, I fix telephones out here. I take old phones that people donate me or that we find or that are discarded, and I get a phone working and I give it to the next person, so I have a list of all the people who need phones.
You see how long the frame is, and it only took 25 minutes for it to burn to the ground. Just big old puff of just black smoke. Crazy. You got to know the whole story. A girl lived there. She had a band, or she had a band when she lived up there. She traded it for this house. And then, the other person, people just hate, and because they got the band, they ended up towing it out here, the cops, because they're riding in something they weren't supposed to. So now they're mad, and they'll come over here and burn down your freaking house, man. Stupid shit. Just stupid.
It's
make it, absolutely.
They burn it down because they're like, all right, if we burn it down, then the people won't have nowhere to stay and they'll have to leave.
Man, you got people around here who do some dumb shit. I don't even get it.
Yeah, dumbass shit for sure.
What are the basic rules, you think?
Don't be a dick. And if you fuck around, you'll find out. Which we also got rid of the bars. We had like 3 or 4 bars that had popped up, and hard liquor and people being able to hang out all night long with no repercussions, no responsibility, no accountability. Things kind of got crazy. So all the bars burned down one summer a few years back, and they haven't really popped back up. So now we don't really have that all-night drinking arena anymore. The hardcore drugs often accompanied the bars, right? So you had the same people that were selling the alcohol were the ones that were selling the hardcore drugs as well.
I don't steal. Well, that's not true. I try to be an honest person as much as possible. I steal lighters and hearts, but neither one on purpose. There's a lot of theft here.
Well, right on. We'll see you guys later. Yeah, you too.
Want to say hello to your dog?
Oh, yeah. Joycey loves to get attention. We've got this place called Slab Mart, where I got a bunch of junk over there that I'm not taking it to the dump. I'll take it to Slab Mart and dump it there. And my friends will be grateful because they walk through and they pick up, like anything. Like this would go to Slab Mart. I'm not throwing that away. That's a perfectly good all sorts of thing.
What I do when I come here, bro, is so I look for, when I come, I'm looking for trash bags that aren't ripped open yet, So everyone will be like, oh man, you're breaking into people's houses or something. There's no way people are throwing all this stuff away. But, I come out here all the time. Like I live right there, so I can see if a trailer with trash goes on it driving by. I'll be the first one over here. Here in the slabs, we like using recycling the trash and making it into something some kind of art, you know?
See how this all started right here. This skate park, this beautiful, good-sized Olympic swimming pool. I'm running across from here, and I had a dull flashlight. Well, I'm running, and I'm looking back, but I didn't see the ground in front of me. I went face first in here. But I got up and brushed myself off a little bit, got distracted, and said, wow, no way. This is a skate park. I mean, a swimming pool. But it had dirt in it. We cleaned it all out.
Right there, concrete preformed ramps. We used to do just rock backfill, but there's no rock around here, so I was like, F it. I found a rebar source around here. Concrete work in general, like a city skate park, like you check out the bill, it'd be like not even half this big, and it'll cost them many millions. Most of that probably insurance, property, and corruption, permits, fees. Yeah, they usually kickbacks. A bunch of corruption goes along with building things through the government. But no, this is pretty sick for a DIY project. Like, it's not cheap to do this stuff. Yeah, I also really didn't have too many people show me what to do. I've got a little glimpse of it, but I've never really been on any other DIY scenes much. I kind of just figured everything out, just researching it. It's pretty sweet.
It's constant labor of love. It'll never be done, but it'll always keep going.
It's getting better and better.
Yeah. The more it gets built, the more people come, the more, you know, we get to shred and hang out and have a great time. BMX Jam. So that's coming up later this month.
Yep.
Which will be super awesome. Usually a lot of people come out. I know that there's going to be some people vending, stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully we can get some more of the stuff poured before everything starts. I mean, the framework's already set up and everything. It's just going to be a matter of whether our bodies hold out on it. Moving around a lot of heavy concrete will definitely get your back. And Carlos already has a fractured wrist this year.
I won't say anything that's going to criminate or make this place look bad. No way. I can't do that. This is my place. You know, I live here. I love people. You know, and I want more people to come. Let's get Swap Meet Road going again. Get some vendors and start making the money the right way. You know, we know how to do it.
The only stream of money that comes in here is tourists. The artwork. Well, I've got a couple of people starting to get the idea on their artwork. Come and make displays by the roadside, you know. But we need to kind of grow that. I imagine us being a place where a lady moves into a new apartment in Palm Springs and says, that wall really needs a painting. Let's go to Slab City and see what they got.
So there's a thing, it's called slab justice. Slab justice is us, like the slabbers kicking out whoever needs to be kicked out or, you know, running them out, you know. I don't like doing that but, you know, I don't want that around my neighborhood. I've been through a lot in my life, bro. Been through a lot. I was in a drive-by in '96. My best friend, Oscar Higuereta, got shot in the head right in front of me. I was 16 years old. So I've been through a lot of you know?
'Cause I'm a drug-addicted alcoholic that dropped out of society. I'm living in an atomic wasteland, baby. You can always rely on me. If you've got a problem that needs to be solved, then I can solve it. If you've got a revolver that needs to be revolved, I can revolve it. And if you got a little item that needs to be bought, then I can steal that item for you. And if you know a motherfucker that needs to be caught, I probably know that motherfucker too.
Look how many bodies they just found out down here this way. Found more too that they didn't put out in the news. Look, you know what the police say? Another dead slabber. Another dead slabber. It don't matter. People die. People get murdered here all the time, and I'm not even gonna bullshit. I won't cut your hood for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens here, like, and people just disappear. Like 1 minute they're there, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, they left, but they left their whole camp, right? That they trailer, they just bailed out in the middle of the night and didn't tell nobody. That's not right. Yeah. But there's no investigation here. I've believed this for a long time that we've had a serial killer like that lived out here because some crazy some shit has happened out here, and it's always the same thing.
you should ask the people, since you've been here, have your morals changed? And I can't speak for everyone else, but for myself, you know, I would say my morals have changed.
Tell him, Dexter. Tell him how you feel.
You know, and how do I think that they changed is, you know, before I came here, when, you know, like when someone died, I'd be like, nah, man, that's f***ed up. You're gonna take their stuff. But now I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be over there and I'll get that stuff, you know. And when they're dead, they're not gonna use it. And shit, if someone could use my shit when I'm dead, they can have that shit, you know. And you got that on video for proof.
I'm telling this to everybody. If you decide to come out here to Slab City, keep your morals. You know what I'm saying? Because this place can f you up real bad in the head. Like too much freedom and too much freedom for anybody is too much freedom. There can be too much.
So I like to stir it a little bit and then see what kind of color's coming out of the bottom. So that kind of lets you know how you're sitting. Just a little bit. I'm not trying to get too buzzy. Taste it. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for the crew. I say your caterpillar's coming down, but once you get here, you become a butterfly. And if you need to leave this place, at least you have this experience to tell people out there that, you know, that there is a place where you can become what you want to become, and that's here. And there's a whole community that will support any idea that anybody has.
I have my kids and shit, but you know I don't have them right now. I took it to jury trial and I lost custody of them. I can't see my kids till they're 18.
How many kids do you have?
7. And but whenever I see my kids again, you know, when they ask me, Dad, what were you doing this whole time? You know, this is what I've been doing the whole time. I've been living. I'm actually happy here. You know, like I could be who I am and not get judged by the community. You know, like I'm king of the hill here. You know. Why would I leave and put myself in a spot where I'm going to be homeless? And right now, I'm not homeless. I have a roof over my head. I have food in the cabinets. You know, I have stuff to drink. I have friends.
Bitter beer paste. Out here, I'll make you laugh. If you don't laugh in front of me, man, there's something wrong with you. Better be something wrong with you. I have a good sense of humor, but I love you the way you are. When I say welcome home, like this gentleman right here holding this camera, I tell him welcome home. Because you know what? He treats me with the best respect. He didn't judge no one. He films everybody that are good people that's been through a lot out here. So we don't lie about it.
You know, most of my life all I've been saying is, man, all I want to do is be happy. Is that too hard to be happy? But you know, happiness starts. You know when happiness starts? It starts right now. If you want to be happy, be happy. You know, if you want to be happy, you know, the easiest way to be happy is when you wake up in the morning, thank God. That's a good way to be happy.
I won't be able to throw it and catch it. It's dark.
Hey, you know you're pretty, right?
Thanks, Tony.
I'm pretty, or you're pretty, and I'm cute. Together, we're pretty cute.
Bible from the Lord.